Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria has unveiled selection criteria for private sector companies to participate in its new financial instrument tagged the 100 for 100 PPP, Policy on Production and Productivity, which was announced last week. In a two-page notice signed by the Development Finance Department, the Central Bank explained that the selection criteria for participation will be premised on the business' immediate contribution to economic growth, job creation, and social impact. And as always here on Global Business Report, Rise Business Analyst Chikamonu joins me from our headquarters here in Lagos Studios. Good morning. Great to have you.
Good morning.
This is 100 for 100. What do you make of this selection criteria?
Basically, the CBN has said that the major objective is to find companies that will help reverse the over-reliance on imports. And
that's the central objective.
The central objective. And will have a near immediate impact, expanding the productive base, but would focus on creating employment for Nigerians. The key challenges that we face.
Yeah.
And so they identify 4 criteria that they will use to sort out these companies. First one was production efficiency and scalability. Basically, they're looking at capacity utilization in that respect. They're going to look at the financials of the company, enable them measure that, and operations of the company in that respect. They're also going to look at the local content capacity, how much of the materials this company is going to use is gotten from Nigeria. Not that they're going to be importing everything from abroad, creating job for the other countries overseas. Remember, the focus is creating jobs in Nigeria. And the next one, of course, very important, as I said, the job creation and human capital development. Basically, how much job is going to create and contribute to the country, and how much training is going to give to Nigerians. And finally, contribution to economic development, the impact of that to our GDP and other economic parameters. So those are the 4 criteria that Central Bank is going to use, and it had scores for each of each criterion, and then submit to be able to determine which companies will be selected.
Okay, maybe they should just ask if the company pays tax up to date.
That's also that. I'm sure that's included in the.
Do we need to see more support from the fiscal side for programs of this nature? In your view, how will it work?
Yeah, because a provision was added by Central Bank there that they're going to work ensure that the issue of power, transport, and port logistics are resolved for
qualifying companies.
For qualifying companies. Well, I wonder how they're going to do selective power supply to these companies. I don't know, but they identify
to deal with the customs.
Because we already know here, we'll say this several times here, that 40-50% of the cost of production for most of Nigerian manufacturing companies is issues of power. So handling customs again, clearing the goods from the port. We thought about again the inconvenience of the ports in here, and the transport logistics, moving goods around the country also. And so
and the usual folks who set up their own
parallel government,
parallel tax agencies.
So they said they were going to take care of work on with government to
ease
those ones. And then what is going to come to these companies include the fact they're going to get the full naira required for the operation, the full FX required to do their imports,
Okay.
and that will you can see those are the limiting factors for most manufacturing companies in Nigeria.
In a manner of speaking, this looks like a handmaiden, a kind of a midwifing thing that the central bank is looking to do for 100 companies and roll it over at the end of February next year.
Yeah, it's more hand-holding because you and me know that CBN already has so many intervention programs out there. So if you're wondering again, why one more? Why one more? I guess this is just like making the slam dunk, getting it a little more home.
But the central bank is, the bottom line of this is the FX, the scarcity.
We listen to the challenges of bankers president.
Yes,
Bio. And everybody talks about diversification of the economy based away from oil. That's a song we've been singing since 1956 when oil was discovered in Olobiri. We have been saying that, and yet the contribution of oil to the economy is still about almost 90%.
But there's still a whole lot of money in oil, because here we are with oil and gas, we're losing nearly 1 trillion naira in losses to vandals and others.
I said one of very soon, maybe before the year ends, I'm going to do a program, we're going to do analysis here for our viewers, when I'm going to tabulate all these losses that we hear every day.
Well, I hope to watch that, but I also hope that it's going to be after dinner, because if I watch it before dinner, most Nigerians will likely lose their appetite.
Very distressing. Look at this one, the 900 billion lost in,
just 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months, blown up pipes, and then repairing those crude oil lost, blowing up those pipes and repairing those pipes. By who? By, of course, Nigerians. Because, and then, see, I can't take off from here, Lagos where I am, and head to Okerika to go and be blowing up pipes. I just land from here. It's not possible. The people who are blowing these pipes are not the committee.
The men on the ground.
Yeah, the men on the ground. They know they're not coming. I mean, I can't just take off from here and just head to Izombe.
An unknown somewhere.
Izombe,
start digging ground.
Izombe or whatever. Yeah, Seplat is and just go and start digging and start blowing. It's not possible. It has to be people who know the terrain.
We've talked so much about how to reduce this pipeline vandalism. We brought in the number of security agencies, including the soldiers, what have you.
A lot of times I say that when I in this program I just say the money is a lot. I use it as a slang. The money is a lot. You tell somebody to look after somebody whose salary is 30,000 naira a month to be guarding an investment that's $1 billion. I wonder how
you seem to be alluding to Tom and Jerry.
So I wonder what incentive he requires to get that. And sometimes his own salaries in arrears.
Or just simply to look the other way.
Yeah. So you find that there's something you don't say in the air, that there are a lot of partnerships between various groups, interest groups having stake. So that's why sometimes those locations are preferred locations for posting by various people. Because
the agencies.
Because people just get it there and become rich overnight. To the detriment of our country. So our country loses revenue that comes to the
So we need to look at the wealth, the incentives and the welfare of those in the security agencies as well.
Yeah, maybe you give incentive that if you save something,
the pipeline,
you'll be remunerated properly.
Yes. And if there are no vandalism in your catchment area which are assigned to you, you guys are entitled to a certain bonus.
If you look at those figures, the figure for the crude loss is very minor. It's actually more of the pipes.
Repairs.
The repairs. It's a lot. And so there have been issues of using technology to guide those pipes.
Yes. Drones and
stuff like that. But some of these things are also done in the night. A lot of them are done in the night. And so the efficacy of drones is limited in darkness.
Yes.
But
even if you see them rupturing the pipelines in the night, where is the next guys to get in there and check them? But again,
so at the end of the day, it's the communities
that we need to talk to and work with.
Yeah, this is a commonwealth, because you are arming some individuals so very powerful with some money that they didn't earn, and to the detriment of the common good.
So we need to work with the local community. When I mean work with them, not just talk, but make it very worth their while to keep one eye permanently open on those assets. NNPC is looking at 10 months deduction, 1.78 trillion from its remittances to FAC. What do you make of that figure?
I mean, when you aggregate all these losses, I mean, is it surprising? It's not surprising. When you aggregate these figures. I look at the figures we've been panning around. Remember we talked about subsidies? We said subsidies by end of the year, how much? 3 trillion.
Yes.
Remember when we talked about the Port Harcourt refinery? How much losses they've been making
over the years.
Last year they employed about 400 people without producing a liter of petrol.
Yes.
I mean, so you find that, I told you the one that I'm going to just aggregate all these losses. Look at the one of the 91. About 3 trillion. So there are losses everywhere.
I'm going to get a very dark glasses to watch that, so that I'm not too sure.
I'm comparing the reports.
Yes. Unemployment still in Nigeria. Do you think the initiatives like the 100 for 100 is one of the ways to start? Does it look a bit more direct to you and more impactful?
No, we said in this program that there's a limit to which the fiscal side, the government side, will create employment. I mean, the issue of building roads in 70 local government areas of Nigeria creating employment for those people. Those are temporary jobs. Those will not work. That is just like, treating cancer with Panadol.
Palliative.
Yeah, but it won't work. So the people, private sector must lead unemployment, destruction.
Why is the Minister of Labour and Employment, by the way?
Well, I mean, he's busy with the doctors. Remember, he was just busy with the doctors. Now he's busy with the ASU now also.
So he's busy with the strikes rather than creating new jobs. Maybe.
It's a bigger issue. Remember, do you know the number of companies that left Nigeria? Left Nigeria to Ghana? Left Nigeria back to South Africa? Do you know how many of them? Yeah, so all these companies, once they close down, what happens to the staff? They are all unemployed. So the macroeconomic issues, the bigger issues in the economy must be addressed to make this our country a preferred destination for those who want to make investments.
Okay, and for the 100 million people? 100 million people out of poverty? Let's stand by. Thank you so much, Chikambono, Arise business analyst on Monday, the 1st of November here on the show. You're watching the Global Business Report here on Arise News.